What up and welcome to Something by Brian. I'm Brian and I saw a movie so I'm gonna talk about it. Denis Villeneuve has created the reboot of Dune. Dune is the granddad of all sci-fi, or at least so I've been told. I never watched David Lynch's movie from the 80s and I never read the book. When they announced that Denis Villeneuve was gonna helm this project, I was very interested, and when the trailer dropped back in 2019, I even picked up the audiobook. Then I put it down again, because I couldn't keep track of who was a city or who was a planet or who was a person. So I was a bit frightened by the undertaking, but I knew that Denis Villeneuve is an incredible artistic and visual director, and I know that he had ventured into sci-fi before with movies such as Arrival and Blade Runner 2049. I guess that's cyberpunk, not sci-fi. It's close enough. I think he manages to get a lot of it across. I think he did a great job introducing the various houses and the various locations. It was a bit much, but the movie is sort of slow-paced, so you get time to digest whatever information you're receiving, and it never feels... It feels a bit too slow at some points, but it's not distracting, and it, as I said, it was pleasant so that you actually get to understand what you're watching, because the story is a bit confusing. Just a short resume. We have this planet where there's a substance that everybody wants, and this planet has been controlled by one family for decades. And then by imperial decree, they have to move, and another family have to come in and take over. I guess that's not that confusing then. Yeah, Timothée Chalamet is Paul Atreides, and it's House Atreides who has to take over this planet. It's called Arrakis. It's a desert planet. It's basically Tatooine. And yes, I know, Dune was before Star Wars, so I guess Tatooine is basically Arrakis. Never mind. But they have to come over and take over this production of this spice that everybody wants and needs to travel in space. And House Atreides are the heroes. This is it's very Tolkien. Like, you know who the heroes are, you know who the villains are. House Harkonnen is very, very clearly evil. Like Wormtail, clearly evil. And House Atreides is very clearly the good guys. I mean, it's Timothée Chalamet and Oscar Isaac. Beautiful boys. Just running around and being beautiful. It's awesome. Timothée Chalamet is great as the lead. He's very believable as this youth who doesn't want all of this responsibility but still curious about this new world. Oscar Isaac is great as the Duke. Jason Momoa's Duncan Idaho I was very entertained by. And it was fun seeing him clean-shaven. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Yeah, it was weird. Took me a minute. Stellan Skarsgård was absolutely amazing as Baron Harkonnen. Very creepy. I never noticed how disturbing his voice could sound, but that was really, really disturbing. Zendaya, she's great too, and Rebecca Ferguson, she's very believable as this mother who wants her kid to be the chosen one, but still doesn't want him to ever experience hardship. So that's an interesting character to follow, and everything in this movie is beautiful. Every single shot, it feels grandiose and epic. It feels very cinematic. The score is absolutely amazing. I mean, it might be Hans Zimmer's best work ever. Yeah, the CG, it's flawless. It's such a beautiful movie. You could watch it on mute and still be impressed, and you could watch it without the picture and still be impressed. That's how good the soundtrack is. It is a bit slow, as I mentioned, but it's not that bad. And the sandworms, when we first saw them, that was tremendous fun. I keep singing Denis Villeneuve's praises, and I will keep singing his praises. He is a master of suspense. I think Tarantino might have created the most suspenseful scene ever with the opening of Inglourious Basterds, but Mr. Villeneuve, in this movie, when we first get a feel of the sandworms, that's very, very suspenseful. It brought back memories of the border crossing in Sicario, another movie of his. And yeah, I just loved every second. It's such a good time, and I'm very... now we go into spoiler territory, so turn off if you don't want any spoilers. But it ends sort of open-ended, and I hate when movies do that. It's closed enough story that I can appreciate it for what it is, but I want the sequel to come out like right away, and it pains me so much that they aren't even shooting it yet. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the movie Dune. They were a bit scrambled. I apologize. I hope you want to go see it based on this. It's really good. You should see it. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you saw it. What did you think? Yeah, go watch Dune, and I hope you enjoyed the drawing. If you did like the drawing, consider liking the video. And if you like the video, consider subscribing. Until next time, take care.